Hello friends, and welcome to another Motivational Monday Clean With Me video. In this video, I'm going to be working on my family room downstairs. You know how when you do a big redecorating, reorganizing project in one room or one area of your house, does it ever happen to you that the rest of your house or another area of your house just gets totally trashed out? Well, that is what happened with me. So last Monday I did the big reveal on my craft room / office makeover. And so today I'm going to be cleaning up the aftermath of that room makeover. Now for you, it's been an entire week, but for me, I just filmed the rest of that reveal makeover yesterday. So it is definitely time to get that family room downstairs cleaned up. So let me take you downstairs. I'm filming this intro here upstairs where the lighting is better, but I'll take you downstairs and I will show you what I need to get done today. All right, guys, this is what we are dealing with. All of this stuff here, there, a lot of that stuff there was all stuff that was in my office. Can you believe it? No wonder my office was such a disgrace. It was horrible. So I knew that this stuff was not going back in my office, so I just shoved it out here in the family room, and I thought I'll deal with it later. Well, later has now arrived. Some of this stuff I can't really deal with at the moment. Most of this stuff here, not all of it, most of this stuff is things that need to be burned, like old bills and receipts and credit card information and that kind of stuff. We don't throw that stuff in the trash. I used to have a paper shredder, but it bit the dust and I haven't bought a new one. And so that box is going to stay there until Scott gets a chance to deal with it. Other things are old binders that aren't worth giving to Goodwill that the kids had used for homeschool, and they're worn out. I don't want to just throw them in the landfill, so we're going to burn those as well. That stuff is just stuff that needs to be put away. Christmas decorations that didn't get put away at Christmas time and wound up in my office. I'm going to have to put those in a bag and stick them in the closet. Books that need to be put back on the shelves. Some of this stuff is Goodwill things. Our suitcase from when Scott and I took our long weekend away is still sitting out, as well as the rest of the luggage because they nest together. So those need to be put away. There's things here that need to go in the utility room for storage. So that's all mess from my office makeover. Then we've got the rest of this mess in here. This is just from pure laziness, not taking care of our dishes and things when we watch TV and bottles of water and such. This is left over from Pepper's surgery. We had to have her crated, so we used that fencing and created a crate for her. All of that blankets and things need to be washed. It's what she was laying on inside the crate. Those are just cushions that I was using to lay on because there was one night that I slept on the floor with her because she was so restless and upset. Those just need to be put away. And this end of the room doesn't look too bad. Not much to do over here. That's a blanket that needs to be put away. My house coat. I get chilly because this is the basement, so I get chilly when I'm down here because I don't want to turn the furnace on when it's nearly 60 degrees outside. So I have my house coat that I wear, and then I get hot and I take it off and drop it. These are puppy pads that we had down for Pepper in case she had an accident or in case her wound bled, and they are perfectly good, so I'm going to have to put those back in a bag and put them up. As most of you know, I sleep on the couch because my husband snores so bad. It's horrible. I finally gave up a few years ago trying to nudge him and make him roll over and tried everything, and he just snores and snores and snores. And so I gave up and decided I'm just sleeping on the couch until he can figure out why he snores so bad. So anyway, I need to straighten up that. Yeah, those blankets are Pepper. She likes to sleep in that chair at night now that her wound is healed. I let her sleep in that chair again. And all of her blankets are probably stinky and need to be washed. So yeah, all right. Let's get busy. Let's get this room cleaned up. First thing I'm going to do though is I am going to light a stick of incense. We live in the country. We get mice in our house. And we do keep poison out in some areas, not upstairs where the dogs can get to it, but in our utility room we keep poison out. I think a mouse got into it. They haven't been bothering it for a long time. We haven't even seen evidence of a mouse in a long time. But I smell dead mouse. So I'm pretty sure a mouse got into the poison and has crawled off somewhere and died. And that's why I keep incense. I only burn it whenever, and it only happens once or twice a year when we get this problem. But the incense definitely freshens the air and covers up that yucky smell. And I have a very sensitive nose. The rest of my family doesn't even notice it, but I notice it. So yeah, I'm going to start a stick of incense. Friends, it is done. That chair was in my office. That's where it's going to live now. Got the whole room dusted and vacuumed. I got my bed / couch straightened up. Pepper goes today to get her stitches out, which we're so excited about that. Her wound is looking really, really good. And the Afghans, the green and white Afghans that you saw me throw in the wash, one goes on that chair and one goes on that chair. And so I'll put those back once they're clean and dry. Like I said, this stuff here is going to stay till Scott gets a chance to burn it. And these things here, I just need to put them in a container, probably a garbage bag, and mark it so those things don't get thrown away. Those are those are quilts that I made for Travis when he was a little boy, and this one is worn out and I really need to do some repair on it. And this one I just am keeping until when and if he ever moves out and gets married and has a little boy of his own. We can pass that on. This was a decor piece that one of my really good friends gave to me a long time ago, and I don't want to get rid of it, but I don't really have a place for it right now. So I'm just going to stick this in the bag with these quilts and until I have a spot for it. That way I can keep it and nothing will happen to it. Thanks a lot, friends, for joining me today on this Motivational Monday. I hope I motivated you, and I am so pleased with my craft room, and I am so pleased that I got this giant mess cleaned up. So now my entire basement looks really good. We'll talk to you later, friends. Bye-bye.